Hey y'all, I don't even know why I'm making this video. Um, I've had something really heavy on me all day today, and I just felt like I needed to make this video. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know if anyone's listening. I don't know if he's listening. For the ones of you that knows, you know that I had the stage 4 throat cancer. A lot of you may not know, but before that, I had bladder cancer 2 different times. I got it probably 85, 86 for the first time. They said that it's very rare for a guy my age to get that cancer. That's normally an old man's cancer, the bladder cancer. But anyway, they went in and got it all out. Then 2 years later, it came back, the same thing, bladder cancer. They said normally it does come back within 2 years, and it did. But they said after that it never come back again. And so far, it hadn't come back. That was terrible. I mean, nobody knew I had that for about, I would say, 2 years before I told anyone. And I was going through some stuff in private they did not know about. And I'm not going to gross y'all out with the details. But I beat that 2 times with God's help. Well, let's just say God beat it. And I stood by and watched. And then 2016, I think, I had this bump come up. Went and had a check. Stage 4 throat cancer. Y'all know the story from there. I don't have to. But God saved me from that. And the reason I know God saved me from that is the doctors called in hospice. They said I wasn't going to make it. I was like a day or two away from death. And they called hospice in, and normally that's the last thing they do. But I said a prayer in my mind. I could not talk. I laid in the hospital room. I just thinking that prayer. I told God to either heal me or take me home. Either way, I would be okay with it. Whatever He decided, because either way, I would be cancer free. Whether He took me home or healed the cancer. The next day is when I started feeling so much better. I think that night when I said that prayer, I think that night is when I got the healing. It just took the doctors a little bit longer to realize that it was over. But God healed me from that. I've been so worried lately that it's coming back. And why am I worrying? It's not gonna stop anything. It's not going to make anything better. What will be, what God wants is what we're going to have. I hope I said that right. It didn't sound right to me, but I hope you know what I mean. But that night in the hospital room, I know that that's when I got my healing. And I mean, not only the 3 cancer bouts. Our family survived 2 house fires, major house fires. It's just things added up that, I mean, we couldn't add it up the way. How did we get saved from those two burning houses? It just didn't make any sense. In our mind, it don't make sense. But again, was that God? God saved me 2 more times? One day I was going to school. My brother was driving. We got in the car, cranked it. Drunk men right in front of us, pointing a pistol in at the car at us, and then with his other hand blowing us kisses goodbye. My brother was smart enough to make us both lay down in the front seat. He stepped on the gas and took off. The guy moved. But again, I could have been gone at that moment had it not been for my brother's fast thinking and God looking out for us. It's just so many things that I'm really having trouble with what God wants me to do. Something I've always wanted to do ever since I was a kid. In fact, there was a picture taken of me in a suit, holding the Bible in one hand and pointing to the sky with the other hand. I was about 8 years old. I looked like a little preacher there. I think Terry Lynn has got that picture. I'm not sure. But I've always felt like God had something in mind for me to do. I've always felt His presence around me. I fought it off a lot, but I could always tell that He was watching over me and He was with me. Just about every day of my life I could feel that. But I don't know what He wants me to do. You know, I've started that the other channel that I've got, the Olive Branch, and I've got the website, the Olive Branch, and I am so proud of that website. I don't think hardly nobody's seen it, but I think I did a great job with it. I mean, and was that me doing that, or was that Him? Because I've made hundreds of websites. That is the one that I am the most proud of. I think I had some help with that. Y'all, I'm asking y'all to pray for me that God will show me what He wants me to do. I want to be obedient to Him. Whatever it is, I'll do. But I need direction. Y'all, I put this video on this channel because I know my friends are here. The other channel, not so much. If y'all hadn't seen my other channel, the Olive Branch, go check it out. Tell me what you think about it. But y'all, I know this may sound crazy to a lot of you. You may sound like, oh, Walter's in a bad mood. Walter, I'm not in a bad mood. I'm in a very good mood. This is not a sympathy trip. This is not a pity trip. This is not Walter's just depressed and he wants to get online and get some sympathy. It's not nothing like that. I feel relieved right now. I don't know how to explain it, but I've been in the Bible more lately. I've been watching healing services. That's the kind of preaching I love. Healing services, like the old Pentecostal churches. That's what I grew up in. But I feel good. It's just I feel lost. I need God to show me point blank what He wants me to do. I know He's been trying to tell me all my life because I've felt Him here all my life. I mean, y'all just don't know. I mean, when it comes to Bible verses and things in the Bible to read, you hear all these people, they can just shout out these verses to you and tell you where to go find it. I can't do that. I have to study chapter by chapter. I mean, study it hard before I can even understand it. But I've always had my Bible with me, even though there's most of it I don't understand. I've always had my Bible with me. I believe every word in there is true. You can't pick and choose what you want to believe in the Bible. It's all true. But I have always felt God around me, and I know there's something that He's wanting me to do that I am not doing. What other reason would He save my life so many times? He gave me the biggest mountain in the world, the cancer mountain. But He climbed every step with me. People, I'm sorry. I know this is not what you normally see from me. But I consider y'all friends, and I want you to see the real me. What I'm really thinking. I know what I want to do. I have wanted to do it forever, but I don't know if that's what God wants me to do. I feel like it is, but I don't know. I want to really build that olive branch, the channel, and the website. I want to build a ministry online through that, but I don't know if that's what God wants me to do. I know I've got a lot of rough edges I need to work on before I could be any success at that, if that is what God wants me to do. Y'all please pray for me. Please pray that God will show me, just put it right in front of me, what He wants me to do. And I'm human. I hope it's what I'm wanting Him to show me. I've always wanted to. Y'all, I'm sorry I laid all of this on y'all, but I had to get it out. I had to not hide. I'm sorry if I bored y'all, but like I said, I needed to get it out. And I want you all to know I love you all so much. I really appreciate all your support on all of my channels. I owe y'all everything. And I love you all. Thank you. Ciao.